I've heard it said that you cannot cross over a puddle for me, but you want me to cross over a lake or a river. I know many of us has heard that saying. You can't cross over a puddle, but some people can't cross over a puddle or jump over a puddle, but they want you to cross over a lake for them. Now, this is a popular saying that kind of refers to relationships and friendships. And oftentimes, our experiences, like I've always said, shapes and shifts our mindsets. And if you look at I had a picture in front of my video. It had a brick, and you use bricks to build oftentimes. And when you build, it takes pressure, it takes gut, it takes grit, it takes trust, it takes being confident in yourself and confident in the other person, because it takes two to build. You can build alone, but in this instance, I'm talking about building with your friends. That is friendship. And I see things on Facebook and people post stuff on Facebook, and it lets me, and the Spirit of God is telling that many of them don't really know what friendship is, because you can't pick your family. You are stuck with your family for life, but you can pick your friends. And your friends are people that should have, shared values with you, or there's something in common that binds you. But what happens when you have friends that, can't jump over a puddle, but they want you to jump over a river or an ocean? Get to know your friend. When you build a relationship, oftentimes we call people friends, but they are just supposed to be acquaintances, people you meet on the road and pass by. But you want to build a relationship with them as friends. When you build this relationship, you understand who your friend is, where they come from, why they act the way they act, why they do what they do, how they do it. If you understand this, then you can build a good friendship. And friendships go through it's like it translates beyond years. And oftentimes, friendships is not something that will end because a friendship ended. Friendships can go on with your children and your children's children, because friends come and friends go. But what happens is you outgrow your friend, or your friend outgrows you, or the things you used to like are not the same things you like now, because people grow and people evolve. And we want people to stay the same way we met them 5 years ago, 2 years ago, or maybe yesterday. People change every day. So if you notice that you're not changing with your friend, it's for you to take a step back, reach out to your friend and say, oh, this is what I noticed with you or with our relationship. Because if you cannot be honest with somebody you call a friend and say, this is what you do, and this is how it makes me feel, because I don't know if you understand that this is what you're doing, but this is how I'm feeling receiving what you're doing. And your friend can say, oh, I didn't mean to do this. When I did this, this was not my intention. Because many times the things we do and our intentions cannot be the same, or the way the intention you have in mind in doing something and the way somebody else receives it cannot be the same. We have to begin to understand that we are not just carnal human beings. There's facets to our life: emotional, physical, psychological. There's different facets, and people do things and you take it the wrong way. If you have not reached out to your friend to say this is what you are doing, you have no moral standing to stand and say, oh, this friend is a backbiter, or this friend is a this, or this friend is going to bite you, or friends do this and friends do that. Have you reached out to your friend? Have you told your friend, this is what I felt you did to me, and I don't know if you know? Because people cannot read your mind. Nobody is a mind reader. Even God doesn't even read. There are things we want from God. God wants us to ask. Until we ask, then he moves. So talk less of your friend. Have you told your friend and said, this is what you're doing to me that is hurting me? I don't know if you are aware. So please stop it. Then if the friend doesn't stop it, that means your friend doesn't really have, good intentions for you. Or on the other hand, when you understand people and their experiences and their history, you know that the bridge you want them to build for the puddle you want them to jump for you, are they capable of doing it? Because relationship is something that we try to navigate every day. And sometimes people don't have what you want them to give you. Some relationships, one person is richer than the other. Because you buy an airplane for your friend, because you are financially secure, do you expect your friend to also buy you an airplane? No. Your friend can buy you just a banana, but that banana, or maybe just a tea mug, but that tea mug is from the bottom of their heart and is what they can offer. It is still called what? A relationship and a friendship. So when you want your friend to jump over a puddle for you, are they capable of doing it? Understand your friends, understand their history, understand their past. Get to know them for who they are. Get to know their soul. That even if they are doing something, you believe they are not doing it maliciously to hurt you. Because if you don't understand this, then you will keep losing friends. You will have good people in your life, but because you have refused to already understand that truly this friend cannot really hurt you, even when they do something you think hurts you, you will keep losing friends. And the things that people that God have lined in your destiny, you will keep losing them. This is one thing that we have to understand. Friends come and friends go, but the fact that you are no longer friends, or you didn't used to call or talk or chat like you used to, it doesn't mean you go on maybe social media or you go and gossip them. Before you gossip your friend, have you spoken to your friend? Before you go and post things about your friend, have you spoken to your friend? Before you carry anger in your heart, animosity over your friend, have you spoken to your friend? Because communication is not something that we are, that comes natural to us. Sometimes we have to be taught how to communicate and to understand that nobody is a mind reader. Even I used to have this thing. I had a friend that until we sat down and I said, this is what you do, this is what you do. She was like, oh, I didn't know. And I was like, I didn't know too. And then that was how we built a stronger friendship over decades, going strong every day. And in 2 Samuel, David one day woke up and he said, I want to be good to the house of Saul. He said, is there anyone alive in the house of Saul? I want to bless that person. And it so happened that Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan was one of David's best friends, was still alive. And Mephibosheth was crippled when the house of Saul was destroyed and Jonathan and Saul, his father, died. The maid took Mephibosheth and was running away, and the maid dropped the baby, and Mephibosheth fell and his legs became crippled. So he went and snuck and hid in Lodebar. Lodebar is a place where people are forgotten. Stinky place. It's like forgotten people. They are there suffering. And David sent his servants. They went to Lodebar. They brought Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth, was afraid. He thought his time to die had come. But it was a time to be exalted. And David said, because of your father Jonathan, because of my friend and the vow we had with each other, and how he helped me when his father King Saul wanted to kill me, Jonathan went out of his way in 1 Samuel to give me a signal that I should run for my life. And I ran for my life. Jonathan saved me at the expense of losing the throne to be the king. Because Saul told him, because of what you did, you will not be the king. And Saul cursed him. I even tried to kill him. But Jonathan, this is friendship. After decades, after years had gone, David remembered Jonathan, his friend, and blessed his child. I have people in my life today, many of my aunties, Auntie Ona, Auntie Ngozi. I have so many aunties, so many uncles in my life that have been friends with my mother, and they have brought that friendship onto me, and I am reaping so many blessings from them because of the relationship they had with my mother 30, 40, 50 years ago. That is friendship. Even though some of them don't even communicate with my mother like they used to, but me as a child, I'm still reaping that benefit. That is friendship. You don't say because you're no longer talking to somebody like you used to, because somebody's no longer in the same, things that you used to do, then that person is now an enemy. If you think that, then you have to sit back and say, why do I keep thinking this? Why am I forgetting all the good times, all the good memories I shared with my friend? Because you are supposed to remember the memories. Good memories, bad memories, the time you cried on each other's shoulder, the time you were there for each other. We have to, begin to think of the things that people have done that are good for us. And when the time comes, hopefully our children's children, just like Mephibosheth was restored in the house of David, all the blessings that was supposed to go to his grandfather King Saul, and to his dad Jonathan, was bestowed on him. Simple, because of a friendship. What kind of friends do you have? Are you quick to judge your friends? Are you quick to discard your friends? Or are you the one that brings your friends closer to you? So this is a video that God is speaking to us today, to remember our friendships and to know that friendships come and friendships go. But the fact that you no longer communicate or you no longer see eye to eye doesn't mean that you throw away the good days you had in the trash. Remember those good days, that even years down the line, you can still come out and say, this person used to be my friend. This person used to be my friend, and for that reason, I will bless their child. I will bless their grandchild. I will not speak evil about them. I will not go and gossip about them, especially when you have not spoken to them about what you think they are doing to you that is wrong. Communicate. Communicate, communicate, communicate. It's key to building a healthy and a lasting friendship. I love you, my precious people. I will see you in the next video. God bless you guys.